The ultimate experience. It's been said that a fail-safe cure for some types of anxiety is predictability of outcome. If only we could know for certain exactly how things will play out. If only we could be absolutely sure about where we will end up. If only we could 100% count on getting all those things we wanted. I would guess that most reasonable adults, and probably all 5 of you listening right now, would wholeheartedly agree, and some of you would maybe even sign away your souls to be able to possess this incredible superpower of predicting exactly where you'll go and exactly what you'll get. And then and only then you'd be able to let go, relax, and hope to only occasionally bump into your old anxieties, like with old girlfriends, only a few minutes at a time and once every 10 years or so, and each time walking away with a sense of superiority and relief. Wouldn't it be just great to know? Know so you don't have to suffer in all this bitter ambivalence surrounding the happenings of tomorrow. It would make things so much easier. You can just sit back and look forward to all the good stuff. What about the bad stuff then? I mean, would anyone really like to know? I doubt that. The expectation of death can be worse than death itself. Are you kidding me? Why would you want to know about a traumatizing, potentially tragic event coming up around the corner? I choose to be caught off guard every time, rip it off like a band-aid every time. But then, if your superpower is to be able to predict outcomes, surely we can imagine a scenario where you just set yourself up for good and positive things only, right? I mean, that's a naive and very limited way of looking at it. And we're crossing from prediction into omnipotence here a little bit. But for a minute, let's assume it does work. All of a sudden, you can predict and foresee all the positive and best things in your upcoming experiences. Okay, great. Just one last thing. Who does the planning? There must be a plan, a blueprint of sorts, a sequence of steps, otherwise what? A life of hedonism and mindless decadence? Well, that's rife with pitfalls and pain and defeats the whole purpose of the exercise in the first place. So let's say a good plan for a good life, a life of some positive consequence. Now that is a daunting and, I'm sorry, impossible task. Impossible and also purposeless, really. Also, let's make a quick distinction between vision and plan. A vision with some concrete planned steps is great. Today, however, when I say plan, in the context of having the superpower to predict, I mean a detailed blueprint, a sequence of exact actions and events that will be guaranteed to yield the desired results. That's a superhuman feat. Setting up and predicting every little tiny thing? We're touching on omnipotence here again. Okay, we can say then, how about we just stick to the big things? I want the money, the promotion, the girl. What if the money makes you miserable? What if the company goes bust in 1 year? A year you could have maybe spent building something of your own? What if the girl doesn't love you back? And if you think you can predict your way out of that, then we're back in the omnipotence realm. Okay, let's assume you manage. Let's assume you have the perfect blueprint, the perfect plan. Down to your breakfast choices, the people you meet, the words you say, and crucially, down to every little single thing you get in life. It's all there, laid out, predictable. Is that really a life anyone would want? I really doubt it. Is that the ultimate experience? I really don't think so. So what would the ultimate life experience be? Well, as a kid, I've been told that everything that happens is for the best. And it used to drive me mad. What the hell does that mean? I guess the ultimate experience is the experience, and what we make of it. There's a lot of talk nowadays about letting go, relinquishing control, acting as if you've already arrived at your desired destination, about manifestation. And all that is great. There's not that much talk yet about the joy of the game, the simple idea of playing the game with positive dedication and with love. The simulation we exist in is set up in a way where nothing is permanent. We are mortal. Our children are mortal. Things we build decay. It's ever-changing and fleeting. And usually the things we cling on aren't immediately accessible in the first place. What is immediately accessible, though, is the experience of the moment. The ultimate experience of the present moment. Good, bad, or ugly, experience is the only thing we can predict with certainty.